Hi guys and welcome to Chengi's World. Guys, I am so happy that you guys are back again, and I was hoping to take you guys out for a walk, but then my selfie stick has gone kaput, so it's just gonna have to be you and I in our usual place. So welcome back. Make sure that if you're new to this channel, make sure you subscribe and like, comment, share the video if it's of any use to you, or someone that you know who's going through the same thing and you think, gosh, I just wish she would hear it from me, but maybe they're not hearing it from you and they'll hear it from somebody else. So today's video is going to be about the fixer-upper. Okay. So what I want to talk about today is this attraction that we have to that some of us have out there for a man that needs to be fixed. I used to have this obsession. I think that it is not a bad thing. I believe that we came about to because it was not good for man to be alone. So there was something not necessarily wrong with him, but there was something that only a woman could bring, that only Eve could bring into Adam's life, that he just could not be without. And I think it is our instinct, therefore, to be in a situation with somebody and we want them to be better. And that's if you're a good woman. There are women out there who just want to see what they can get, run and run. But for the majority of us who are fairly decent people and fairly decent women, what we really want is to meet somebody and bring value into their lives. But unfortunately, there is a brokenness in some of us, and a brokenness in our thinking. And that is to think that you can take a man that is a sociopath, a psychopath, a control freak, a womanizer, a thief, whatever, and we think that we have the ability to rehabilitate. And what's really interesting is some men actually are looking to be rehabilitated by women. I dated somebody once who kept going, because of you, I think I can become a better man. And I was wise enough to know that that's not how it works. There is no woman who's so beautiful, so smart, so loving, so caring that she can change a man. The reality of it is, if we could change a guy, then, well, if any human being could really bring about changes in another human being's experience of life and how they see the world, if that could be done, then Jesus didn't need to come and die, right? We didn't need a savior. Easter is irrelevant. The fact that we fail to fix ourselves means that it is not within our power to do so. And the only way to fix another person is to lay down your life. I remember being in a relationship and I was, really trying to make it work, and I put everything in it. Every single piece of my soul was into that relationship, and I just felt it would change if I prayed more, if I tried more, if I fasted, if I prayed more, and if I just was full of faith and I really tried to be faithful, that this relationship was going to change. And if I showed him what a beautiful and wonderful woman I was and really demonstrated the kindness of my heart, if I did something to change him, then it would change. But it didn't change. It just got worse and worse and worse. And then I remember hearing God's voice saying to me, Chengi, in order for this relationship to live, you've got to die. And at that time, I didn't really understand what that meant. I thought he was almost saying to me, you need to lay down more of your life. You need to lay down more of your desires and give up more of whatever you're giving up. And I was like, God, I've already given up everything, my career, my desires. I have given up everything to make this relationship work. And when he says go to the left, I've gone to the left. And when he says right, I've gone to the right. There's nothing that I have failed to do. So how much more of my life? And I didn't realize that much later it would become apparent and very evident that God was saying that the only way something can truly live, and it's in the Bible, it says, for unless a seed falls to the ground and dies, it cannot bear any fruit. Now, the reality of it is, we cannot lay down our lives for another human being because it's an illegitimate and illegal transaction spiritually. The only person who laid down their lives so that another person can live was Jesus Christ, right? He's the one who laid down his life. He's the only blood that could atone for eternity. Even if I laid down my life today for my son and somebody walked in and said, okay, right, it's your life or your son's life, for me it'd be obviously an easy option to make. He will still die. He might not die on that occasion, but one day he's going to die. The only one that can give him that eternal life is the only one that's already died. So it took me a long time to realize that we need to die to some of our selfishness and some bad characteristics in us for a relationship to work. But in this situation, I was trying to change myself so that I could fix him. And the problem with people and men that are broken or women that are broken is that in order to fix them, they will break you in the process. I remember, when you're in an airplane, they say put your oxygen mask on first before you try and help anybody else, because when you are gagging, you can't help anybody else. The fact is, we are all broken beings, and the only true person we can heal and help to heal is ourselves. Whenever you go over to somebody who is drowning and you try to rescue them, they always say come from behind them, because if you come in front of them, they will push you down in order to survive. Broken people and broken men in this situation will use, it's like trying to use yourself, or him trying to use you to heal what is broken is like putting a plaster on a bullet wound. What is broken is too deep for you to fix. And I know that it feels almost like, how could I abandon somebody who's been through trauma, who's been through hurt, who's been through so much, and they're just looking for somebody to love them, and there I am going, whoops, a fixer-upper, I'm going to run away. It's not so much about that. It's about realizing that you cannot afford to drown, because if you drown, your destiny drowns, and you cannot fix somebody. The only person that can fix that person is that person. And so what I'm saying to you is that you need to accept and appreciate that the only way you can fix somebody, if somebody is an addict, if somebody has got everything going wrong with their lives, the only way you can fix them is if you're prepared to be broken. And somebody that is being broken cannot fix somebody that is breaking. And no matter how strong you are, broken people know how to break things. They know how to break things. You can be strong, confident, educated, have everything going for you, but the moment you meet a broken man, he will break you. And so I want to really leave this thought with you, that we are not here to fix people up. If you want to fix him, go pray for him, okay? I really truly believe in the power of prayer. Go and pray for him. Send him to where he can get the help. But you are not a therapist. And I can guarantee you that even therapists cannot heal the brokenness in humanity. They can help that person live with the condition, manage the condition, recognize the condition. But at the end of the day, don't go finding a fixer-upper. We all want a fixer-up. There's something so sexy about a man that's just broken in this kind of place. And sometimes we even begin to date guys because they're broken. We like the idea that when he met me, his life changed. But the reality of that story, and every story that I've heard, and I have heard thousands and thousands and thousands of stories, lady, is that the bottom line is the person who got into it to fix became broken. The person who got into that relationship to try and help that other person came out of that relationship broken, came out with low self-esteem, came out with a sense of, oh my God, what do I do? So I'm sending this message to you guys to say, look, a fixer-upper and a wicked man, a broken man and a wicked man exhibit the same traits. Just because the root cause is different doesn't mean the effect on your life will be different. I know so many women, including myself, who have given up chunks of their life because they saw this broken man whose mother didn't love him, whose father didn't love him, whose dog didn't love him, who went through this trauma with somebody, or went through this, whatever it is. And they thought to themselves, I can love this person right. I can bring this person into a place where they're confident, and I can bring this person into a place where they know that they're loved. But what they don't realize is that person is like a vampire. There's never going to be enough blood, because it's an abyss. It's a bottomless pit. Brokenness and emotional brokenness, a broken spirit, the Bible says, who can bear? A broken heart we can take, but a broken spirit who can bear? It is like a bottomless pit, and the only person that can bring healing into that sort of brokenness is God. And when you try to play God, you don't have enough resources. You don't have it in you to play God. So my advice to you, lady, is avoid the fixer-upper. The fixer-upper will do to you what a psychopath and a sociopath will do to you. They will do to you worse. And what will make it worse, it'll be harder for you to leave, because you know that if you leave and if you do anything that now to separate, you're only going to create more trauma. But I want you to know, if you're already in a relationship like that, you're not going to create more trauma, because the trauma is bottomless. You entered a trauma-full situation. I know there's no such word, but you got yourself into a situation that was bad. And when you leave that situation, there will be hurt, and it might solidify some of the issues that person has. But believe you me, you are not the author, and you will not be the finisher of that situation. So if you feel like, oh, if I leave him now, what's going to happen? You need to leave him so that you can put your oxygen mask on, so that you can live and be able to say a prayer for him. And if you're not religious or spiritual and you're thinking, I ain't gonna pray for nobody, then you just need to walk away and wish that person well, because that is not your drama. You cannot fix that guy. So girls, we need to get over it. And that goes for the guys watching as well. We need to get over this thing of trying to fix somebody that is broken, somebody that will hurt you, somebody that hurts you all the time, somebody that consistently drains you, somebody that makes you feel like you're walking in eggshells, somebody that makes you need to change yourself, change your desires, change the things that you want out of life so that they can feel better. That person is broken, and there is nothing that you can do. So people, this is from me to you, from Chengi's World, saying, kill this desire on the inside of you to fix the broken. When you see somebody who's broken and hurt, keep on moving. Okay, it doesn't make you a bad person. It makes you a strong person. It means that you can truly help that person eventually, and in a place where it is safe to do so. If you are the one who's called to help that person, send them to a local church, send them to a therapist, send them somewhere else where they're more capable, and move on with your life. Because guess what? Jesus died for you too, boo. Okay, he died that you too would have life and have it more abundantly, and you deserve to have an abundant life. So stop robbing yourself of the life that you were meant to have, because the life you're meant to have is going to help thousands and thousands and thousands of millions more people than when you live a life that is less, where you are dying daily, where you are sacrificing daily who you are. Because when your light is dimmed and when your light is out, who can see? We're all candles, we're all lights in the world. And when we are living in and experiencing toxicity in our relationships, that light is cast out, and we're not able to help people. But when you live your most happy, most fulfilled, most full life, you are like a candle that is burning. You're like a light that is burning a full beam. And just by being in your fulfilled and happy place, you allow other people to see their path as well, and your light begins to shine a light on other people. Don't allow yourself to miss out on the millions who need you for the sake of the one that will kill you and destroy you. So that's my message to you. Take care of yourself. Make sure you subscribe, like, and comment. I'll see you guys on Instagram, Facebook, Chengi's World on both handles. I will see you guys soon. I am having quite a bit of fun at the moment, and I will see you again. And if you're on Twitter, it's ChengiPot. I'll see you guys soon. Take care. Bye-bye.